Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I have learned as I've grown into the person that I am today. And I wanted to come over here today to tell you, first of all, that I'm not going to be filming videos Friday, Saturday, or Sunday of this week, but this is also kind of like the topic of what I'm going to talk about over here. Tomorrow is the anniversary of the accident that happened 2 years ago, and I just got done earlier doing the trauma narrative in my therapy appointment with my therapist. I've been doing very intensive therapy. We've upped the sessions, and I've been doing very intensive therapy. He actually suggested today that I also do a deep inventory with my sponsor, about how I have responded to everything afterwards and my emotions and feelings related to it. He thought that would help in addition to this trauma narrative that I'm doing. And I am just starting to feel worn down. And I feel like I'm worn down, but I also feel like at the same time, I'm trying to learn how to step into this new part of my life and live in gratitude every single day and self-care. You know, I've been doing this weight loss journey, if you watch my Peter Does Stuff channel, and I'm walking and I'm listening to more audiobooks and all this kind of stuff. But one of the things that I really struggle with is actually taking days off from filming. And I just said this on my my drama channel, but part of the reason for me is I kind of joke about it, oh, I was going to take today off or whatever. But part of the reason for me is that I feel so blessed to get on here and be able to make videos every day that it's really hard for me to take a day off when, first of all, my job, it's not difficult, you know, I just sit down and film videos and talk about whatever I want to talk about, number one. Number two, people seem to enjoy it. So, and three, I'm blessed to be able to have this life, right? So when I'm sitting there and I'm just sitting for an hour having a cup of coffee, listening to music or whatever, my mind immediately thinks, you could be filming a video right now. You know, people would want to watch a video if you posted it. And so it's really hard for me to take some time off. And doing my therapy session today, my therapist said to me that he really thinks it would be a good idea for me to take the next 3 days off. Actually, my friend Nikki just texted me about traders, but she said something to me last night about it. Hold on a second. I said something about taking the next couple days off, and she said, I think you actually need to and not do anything, but just watch TV, sleep in, take naps, eat enjoyable food. Just take care of yourself this weekend. You know, I talk a lot about self-care, and self-care for me is doing meditations, doing prayer, doing inventory, but often self-care for me is is work. I don't know how to explain it. Not work, but doing inventory or reading meditations and being in thought. A lot of that is self-care for me. I struggle, even though I talk so much about it, with the self-care of just having a spa night. I started doing that recently. When Alex would go out to dinner with his girlfriends, I would do a face mask, you know, just sit here, listen to some music or an audiobook, and take a shower or light candles. You know, I'm not very good at that. I talk a lot about it for other people, but then when I go to do it, I'm just I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow, right? When it literally takes 20 to 30 minutes to do all that. I'm not very good with the relaxation part of self-care, of just not thinking about anything, you know? And it's interesting because we were talking in therapy today about the months after the accident when I wasn't online and I wasn't filming videos, and then the month after having pancreatitis when I didn't film any videos. And during both of those times, I was completely just disconnected from the internet. I wasn't watching a lot of YouTube videos. I would keep up with stuff here and there, but I really just was detached and would just get up and make a cup of coffee, you know, or drink some water and, you know, yes, do meditations and pray and all that kind of stuff. But then I would just sit and think or watch TV shows, and you know, it was so nice to just be disconnected and just be relaxed. And I've actually been thinking that, you know, maybe 3 days isn't even enough, you know, that maybe I need to take, you know, a week or two off and just do nothing and just allow myself to have that time. But like I said, it's so hard for me to just do that. I'm gonna take Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, and then I'm gonna come back on Monday and start filming again. I want to see how I feel over this time. If I feel like I need more time, I might take, another 4 or 5 days off at some point in the next month. We're also, planning a trip at the end of March to go to Miami, Florida for a music festival, Ultra Music Festival we go every year. I think it'd be good for me to just take some days and not film anything and just be present. And, that's something that's one of my main goals for this year, is just being present and living in the moment. And, not always feeling like I have to be productive and do something. And that is so hard for me. That would be at the number one list of mine of how to take care of myself and be productive. And I know that do self-care. And I know that sounds so strange, but just not having to be productive or do anything, even clean a kitchen or fold I just did a load of towels and folding another load of laundry. I'm doing this while I'm doing dishes and I'm filming videos. And I'm all this at the same time. And at the end of the day, I go, oh, I feel so productive, right? But I don't feel rested. And I think me not feeling rested is also part of why I'm struggling so much right now, because now I'm intensively doing this therapeutic work at the same time that I'm trying to keep up and be productive. And it's, to be honest with you, it's not super healthy. And so, I really I said this in a video the other day, and I actually thought it would be met with some criticism. But, most people take a day or two off a week from work and don't do anything, my husband works 5 days a week and, comes home and binge watches a show on a Saturday, or, sleeps in till 10, then gets up, takes the dog out, and comes back to sleep till 3, and then watches a movie or something, I struggle so hard doing that. All my friends do that. My best friend, she'll take a day off from going into her kennel, and then I'll be like, what'd you do today? And she'll be like, well, I read for 2 hours, and I made some soup for lunch, and then I binge watched a show. I have such a hard time doing that, and I'm gonna have to get into the mode of doing that, because I really feel like all this time of me pushing myself to be productive and get stuff done, and I'm not just talking about making videos, because I love it, but I have to be honest with you, I also love doing laundry. I also love folding towels. I also love cleaning the kitchen and making my place orderly. I also love, all this stuff. And I think it's time for me to just step into this mode of self-care and just learn how to not do anything, if that makes sense. I struggle with that a lot, and it's interesting because people that don't like me online will say, he never does anything, or he's lazy, or whatever. It's I feel like from the moment that I get up, I'm doing something till the moment I go to sleep, right? Even if it's just watching a show for 3 hours, but even then I'm I'll watch a show, then I'll go in and I'll unload the dishes, and I'll come back and watch 15 minutes more, and then I'll take Boo Radley out, then I'll come back and watch 15 minutes more, and then I'll clean a different part of the kitchen or go down the laundry room, and I'm always doing laundry and folding laundry, and it's I feel like I'm always doing something instead of just not doing anything, So for the next 3 days, except for laundry, but for the next 3 days, I plan to do nothing at all. And to be pretty disconnected from the internet. Unless something huge pops off that I want to cover on my drama channel or something like that. I guess I could wait till Monday. It'll wait till Monday. But this is the thing. I don't know. Now watch, something huge will pop off this weekend. Because whenever I go on vacation, something huge always pops off, right? So I'll probably take this weekend off and something huge will happen. I'll be like, God, I got to pull up the camera. And maybe I will. Maybe I won't. It'll just take it day by day. But if I do, then I'll take another day off. I'll take Monday off or something like that. But, it's hard for me. And I'm really struggling with that right now. It's almost to the point where it's a joke, where I say oh, I was going to take today off. I wasn't going to film any videos. It's so hard for me. I don't know why. I talked about this in therapy today. It's really hard for me not to do anything. And I think part of that comes from this point of gratitude that it's you've been given this life, you've been given another chance. It's make the most of it. But he was saying to me, making the most of it also is living in the moment and enjoying your life. It's not always checking off every box on your list, and that's true, and I have to step into that. So I'm gonna take the next couple days off and relax, and I will be back on Monday. I'd love to know in the comment section below, because I always give suggestions on what self-care is, but I like to know from you guys, what are some ways that you do self-care? I don't care if it's a mud mask, or if it's a hot shower, or reading a book, or you know, eating a candy bar once a day. What's a form of self-care that you guys do? Because maybe you guys can give me some suggestions on how I can carry that into the future. So I hope that you guys have a magically amazing weekend. I love you, and I will see you next week. Bye.